So it's a big week for St. Louis.
Don't really like the idea.
Well, no doubt, it has been a big week for downtown St. Louis. In addition to the hundreds of millions of dollars in proposals in the news this week, there are dozens of other projects already underway that are literally transforming the city. Fox 2's John Brown with a look at the incredible amount of growth taking place right now.
The Central Corridor in downtown St. Louis has seen a bit of a rebirth. Now, they say the keys to a vibrant downtown are growing businesses, increasing residents, and thriving activities. Well, St. Louis got good news on all three fronts this week.
In this past year, we've had nearly $2 billion in investment and development going on all over the city of St. Louis. And we're on track to even increase that this year. In other words, we're looking at next year being above $2 billion.
This week alone, the city is buzzing with news of Phase 2 of Ballpark Village and a potential soccer stadium. That alone is over $400 million worth of building projects.
There were over 150 buildings that were empty in downtown when I took office. Now it's about 24.
Now one of the keys is tying it all together.
But if you're just talking about the corridor, I mean, we're getting close to really filling that in very, very well, from here all the way to Clayton.
So let's take a look at just what's happening in the Central Corridor that's really transforming St. Louis. You start at the St. Louis Arch. Right below it is a multi-million-dollar project which is going to transform the Arch grounds. Then you also have Keener Plaza, which is being redone. A little bit south of that, Busch Stadium 2 is in the works. That means more apartments for people to move into and more businesses right across from the ballpark. Then you have the new St. Louis University Law School that's recently been built on Tucker, the Peabody, which has been redone. A little bit further to the west, you have Union Station, which is undergoing a massive multi-million-dollar project. And this Central Corridor could be bookended by a brand new MLS soccer stadium with a value of about $200 million.
So it was a conscious effort, but also that corridor has a lot of assets and wonderful features that attracts investment.
And the work is certainly not even close to being finished.
When you talk to somebody in their 20s, they don't remember what it was like 15 years ago. They know what it's like now, and it's like, what are you going to do next? What's next? What else do we have to do? And that's fine. And that's what we have to be thinking.
One of the biggest keys now is getting even more people to move into downtown. Look at this graphic from the organization Downtown St. Louis. Back in 2005, a little over 3,000 people lived downtown. Well, that number is likely now over 10,000, maybe closer to 15,000. And with that new 29-story residential tower proposed for Ballpark Village, the number is expected to skyrocket. I'm John Brown, Fox 2 News.
A group of
St.
St.
Louis
Louis
is hot.
businessmen fight cancer.